Chelsea fans, we all know what the reaction's like. It's complete and utter nonsense. But there's one point in the general consensus of opinion that I agree with Chelsea fans, which I'm going to get into just a little bit. But let's just be completely honest here. We didn't go and chase the game. Marco Silva and Fulham did, and they won the game, and fair play to Fulham. They deserved to win the game because they went after it. They identified a weakness in Chelsea's team and the performance, and they went after it. And time again, they went after it, and we didn't react to it, and it cost us at the end of the day. So credit to Fulham and their supporters. You deserve the victory. Well done. First one in, 40, 50 years. Fair play to you. And that's it. That's all I'm going to say. I've paid credit where credit's due. That's it. But as far as Chelsea goes, as we know, if we win a game, we're the world's best. We can beat anyone on our day. We're in the Premier League and everything else, the World Cup. You know, all this nonsense. When we draw, players are dug out on social media. Certain players are sort of going after these keyboard warriors that sit there just on social media with the the little platform they're given to go and vent their views, whether it's for clicks, whether it's for controversy, whether it's for, I don't know, just awareness. Just goes stupid. But when we lose, it goes from being stupid to another level. It's almost like it's going from 0 to 1,000 at 1,000 miles an hour as soon as that final whistle blows. Again, I do agree to the point of one particular point that's been made and one sentiment, which is pretty much common general sort of sense or general opinion throughout the respected Chelsea fan base. But a lot of it is absolutely utter nonsense. People are digging out players. People are digging out individual performances. People are digging out, whereas 2 or 3 weeks ago, everyone's just raving about everyone. And this is what it's like now, unfortunately. And the social media platforms give you the platform to go and do it. And it's shocking, really. So what I suggest you do, Chelsea fans, is we can go onto X, things like that, and you can create yourself a list. You can create yourself a list of those respected opinions from people that you want to follow on Twitter and read those people. Just go onto social media after a game's finished, go onto your list and click that and just look at the respected views of those people and ignore the utter nonsense that's coming out from elsewhere. Do not ever go hashtag CFC, hashtag Chelsea after a Chelsea game where we haven't got a win, because you end up coming away from there wanting to kill yourself. Because it's just like, someone's killed someone's mother. It's just ridiculous. It's a completely ridiculous scenario. So, I said earlier, congratulations to Fulham, and I talked about the tactical side of it. And openly, after the game, Marco Silva spoke about the fact that he said that they knew that Gusto and Cucurella were tucked inside at different times, and that Pedro Neto on the right-hand side will play higher up. So what they wanted to do with Anthony Robinson, who is one of the most underrated left-backs in the Premier League, by the way, his engine is unbelievable. His work rate is unbelievable. His pace is unbelievable. He's up and down like a yo-yo for 96 minutes. So they identify that Neto will play high. If Gusto goes inside, there's space there. And they, in the second half, Fulham attacked that left-hand side, our right-hand side, time and time and time again. And we didn't do anything about it. We never reacted to it. And that's what's frustrating. And a lot of people are talking about the substitutions not being made in the game. And I agree with them wholeheartedly, 100%. It's been a few games now where you've got the option to change half the team and you don't do it. Now, you've got your big hitters out on the pitch, what you believe is to be your first team. Now, if it's going well at 1-0, fair play. They get back to 1-1. And let's be honest, Fulham's started to dominate to a point. We had a lot of possession, but didn't do a lot with it. We got into the final third and just couldn't get the right pass. Crosses into the box weren't great. One towards the end from Neto was good, where Sancho drilled it down and the goalkeeper made a save low down. And yes, late on, and Nkunku's acrobatics forced a save from Leno again. But for the most part, the threat come from Fulham, and it was down that left-hand side. Now, as I was just saying there, you've got your big hitters on the pitch, and if it doesn't work, you've got players of quality that can come in and give a different option, give something different, a different perspective, players that have got different football instinct, like your João Felix could have come on. Now, this guy lacks confidence. To me, I think he just looks dejected at the moment because he's not playing enough football. If you get him involved, if it's not working, say 60 minutes into a game, bring him on. Whether you go Neto off, or you take Sancho off, or you take even Cole Palmer off, and you put Felix on. Because the Christmas period is the busiest period there is in football, and we're playing the same team with maybe one or two changes. Give people a break. It's relentless. Give people a break. So João Felix has got tactical acumen or football acumen. He's got this unbelievable instinct, skill. Just unlock the door. Nkunku gives you a much more mobile option than Jackson up front. And Jackson, let's just pay credit to him, is mobile. He's so mobile now. And he's developing into that target, the target man we wanted him to be so well. He really is. But Nkunku gives you that mobility, that someone that just runs in behind a lot more and doesn't look to run the channels, but to go in behind and to be more direct, whereas Jackson's more at linking the play and being a hold-up man. So why can't we make those changes? Why can't you put on Guiu on and Nkunku maybe? Put Nkunku in from the left and Guiu through the middle. Guiu is someone that's worked his arse off all day long. So there is this A and B team, the Conference League team, and then there's the Premier League team. But what's frustrating is the fact that we're playing a game where we've had a disappointing 0-0 against Fulham, but we take against Everton, but we take it. It's always been our bogey team, as I told you before the last video. And you think, go after Fulham at home. Go after them. Really go for this game. Make changes to force the win. And that's what we were doing before, but we're not doing it again now. And with the busy period, as I'm saying, you sort of look at it, and you're now hearing the fact that we're now probably going to make wholesale changes to play Ipswich, on the 30th, which is just like, well, why make changes, loads of changes in that game, whereas you won't make substitutions in the last couple of games. So it's very, very frustrating, I have to say. I do understand the opinion of that. Please make more substitutions in games. You can change, I said to you before, you can change half the team and just give a completely different sort of view on it, a different take on it, with people that give different qualities that should supplement the players that are already there on the pitch. So I just don't understand why the substitutions weren't made. And that's the only gripe that I've got, really. And the fact that we didn't do enough in the second half to kill the game off. So listen, you can bleat as much as you want, but we've got ourselves to blame. Didn't do enough to win the game. Fulham did. Fulham went for it. Played brilliantly well second half. Identified an area where we were weak and attacked it time and time again. We never reacted to it. They made attacking substitutions. Both attacking subs come on and score goals. We switched off at the back twice. And for the winning goal, if you look at it, Cucurella's inside. We lose the ball. They attack the space that Cucurella had left and no one was there to cover it. And we left isolated. They had two men at the back post wide open because nobody else had dropped in. And there's the problem. So Enzo Maresca talked about the fact that we're not in a title race, and it's because of performances like Everton, performances like against Fulham, and the odd game like Forest and things like that. That shows you why we're not, because the teams that are going to go for the title and possibly win the title, like your Liverpool, won't concede goals like that. Well, we do at the moment, because we're still a bit naive. But again, we still need to look and solidify our defensive line. We still need maybe one or two, but I guess we just have to wait and see what it's going to be. So I just want to get this video out. It's longer than normal, but, hopefully I'm making my point. So the main point is that Chelsea reaction on social media is always going to be a joke. Either way, it just goes from 0 to 1,000 in just 1,000 miles an hour. So only follow the ones that you want to follow. Create a list on X, the ones you want to respect and you want to listen to, and just tune into those after games. Credit to Fulham. They deserved the victory. They went for the win and they got it, and they played well. And the fact that we never made our changes, we didn't identify the fact they're going after one of the key areas, which we know they exploited, and they did it time and time again. And we had enough time to react to it in the second half. We never did, and we've only got ourselves to blame. But let's have a bit of a take of perspective on this. We're still above and beyond where we thought we're going to be this time around, or thought we're going to be this stage of the season. So, two disappointing performances, but we're still in the top four, which is our aim for this season. So let's get a grip. Let's chill ourselves out a little bit for a couple of days, and let's take on Ipswich with hopefully a changed team, and let's see what happens. God forbid we draw or we lose. Anyway, thank you for watching and tuning in for this long. I really, really appreciate it. Drop a like on it, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications. I'll see you all very soon. Thanks for watching.